Anton Scoro, Fisticuff Radio, 5365. Mr. Shawn Fowler. Hey, brother, so you're the guy who never really gets on camera. I don't feel like you get nearly enough credit for what you do, but you're the guy kind of behind everything.
Yeah, and I just kind of stick in that corner and keep my mouth shut.
That's not true. That's so not true. But
I tried that. I tried.
So, Shawn, for you, I want to talk to you about the growth of ADCC, because when I came on with you guys in 2019 in Anaheim, California, I don't think anyone except for the team really realized how big this was going to get.
Well, truthfully, I mean, I started this in 2007, and looking back at everything, some of it's a blur, some of it's a long road. The truth is that the brand itself is powerful, and as long as we maintain the integrity of the brand and take care of the people, it's just going to keep growing bigger.
Well, and that's one thing I want to talk about growing bigger is obviously Mo, you, Seth, the whole team has really taken on kids ADCC to a whole entire new level. It's not only brought, I think, a new energy to the sport, but I mean, just these kids, brother. Talk to me a little bit about your guys' dream and I guess goal with kids ADCC.
I think the vision is the future, as always with anything. Like, the reality of yesterday is today, right? And I think the reality of today was yesterday. And so the outcome of that, you need to teach this next generation the rule set. If we don't teach them the rule set, then they're never going to understand it. Because the older guys, the veterans, those guys that don't really know the rule set, I've heard a lot of veterans go in there and they've lost. And for years, they think that they actually won. And then they go to a clinic one day, now that it's more modern, they sit down at a clinic and they go, oh my God, I really lost 10 years ago. And they didn't realize that they lost, So, being based on the complexity of the rule set itself and, the brand and what it stands for and all of the above, we're the Olympics of Jiu-Jitsu, and that's why we're here, and teaching that next generation, or giving that opportunity, that platform to compete and grow to the next level. The next generation of these kids is just going to be phenomenal. I mean, Mexico, Canada, Brazil, the U.S., the sky's the limit. These kids are phenomenal.
Well, and that's the one thing I say is, right now, Kids World hasn't even really reached the peak of where it's headed. The one thing I've been saying, and I'm going to continue to say it, is I almost feel that with what you guys are doing with kids no-gi grappling, the kids could become the true superstars and overtake the adults.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the reality, the adults are always going to be the adults, and they're superstars in their own rights, always. But creating a new platform for kids, the next generation of Tai Rutolos and Cade Rutolos, you're going to see them pop up on the scene, and all of a sudden start winning all these matches at 14 and 15 and 16. I mean, look at little Jocelyn Molina. She's 12 years old, and she's beating women at intermediate adult. You know what I mean? So the reality of it is that we're seeing a next generation of athlete grow right in front of our face, and 16, 17 years old, they're beating adults like it's nothing. Elizabeth Clays, these kids are phenomenal. You know what I mean?
The Odell boys. The one thing I've seen is today walking around, the kids that I normally interview, I'm like, hey, you're not dressed today. What's going on? I want to say almost every 14 and up kid that I've talked to is like, oh, we're entering into trials tomorrow. And I'm like, trials? This is crazy, Shawn, because 10 years ago, it was 1 or 2 kids that were under 18 entering. And I think tomorrow there's got to be at least 7, 8 kids under 18 in trials.
Probably more than that, actually. Reality trials is 20, let's just say. 20 out of, 1,000 or 1,100 people. The reality of that is growing that next generation. These kids have been training since they're 5 years old. They compete with adults and train with adults every day. So the reality is that they're in a position to blow it out, and don't be surprised. Cade, I think Cade, or was it Cade or Ty? I don't remember. I get it mixed up sometimes. Won trials, at a very young age, you know what I mean? And he did win the trial. He won the whole thing, yeah. But watching them grow since they were 5 or 6 years old, to training now, and now these next generation kids, like the Saints kids and all the other ones, the next generation is going to be phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I think you're going to even see it. You're seeing the kids younger and younger and younger winning too. Now you got 12 years olds in the division, and you can't deny them because they're doing it. Yep. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, before I let you go, Shawn, anything you want to say to the people out there and message to the fans?
Go hard, go big, or go home.
And if you don't, you might as well stay home, because over here we only got one speed, and that's all gas, no brakes. ADCC 2024, Shawn Fowler, Anton Scoro, 5365, Fisticuff Radio. We out.